What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another remake versus original, this time diving into Friday the 13th. Before we dive into that, though, just a friendly reminder, we do indeed have a membership program for as low as $2 a month. You can directly support the channel. Keeps the channel alive. Horror channels have been getting their ass whooped by YouTube lately between AdSense and algorithm issues because they don't like things like this. So members keep us alive. Appreciate it. Click the join button below or the link in the top description. To our members that we already have, thank you so much. We love you. All right, let's dive into this. I think people got a kick out of our last one, our last remake versus original, that being Nightmare on Elm Street. So we already planned to do a whole month worth once a week for October. Might keep it going past that, so if you have any suggestions, let us know. Yeah. But today we're going into Friday the 13th, and we did a ranking of Friday the 13th in April, way back down yonder.
Yes.
I seriously don't recall where I put the remake. I don't remember. I don't really care, because my rankings change almost every day. Yeah. It just depends on how I feel.
Yeah.
So, like, if you've seen that ranking and you're expecting the same answer, don't, because I don't know what that answer was. I can't remember where I put it. But because we're gonna have actually a legitimate showdown, because these are a lot closer, and you could argue for both being better than one another.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with the original, where it's good, where it's bad. I think a lot of people that are Friday the 13th fans, I think they're more fans of Jason. I think they're more fans of the sequels. I think the franchise would not be where it's at if it wasn't for the sequels.
Right.
So, like, Jason is kind of the powerhouse of the franchise. We all know that. So, like, when you look at the original, it's kind of like, it's hard. It doesn't even come up in conversation that often anymore. Like, it's just like, it's not good. It's not a very good movie.
Right. When people are talking about, oh man, I'm gonna get my friend into the Friday the 13th franchise, I'm showing part 4.
Yeah, like,
I'm showing part 2.
Yeah, you don't like the original's good. It has a cool mystery, and it's I'm entertained by it. But like at the end of the day, it's definitely one of the weaker films in the franchise as a whole, and a lot of that just comes back to the fact that it's just a cheaper film. They weren't trying to make a blockbuster hit. All they were trying to do really was rip off Halloween and make a quick buck. Like, that's seriously what the OG Friday the 13th was all about.
Right.
So, like, when you look at it like that way, because there's only a $700,000 budget. So, like, yeah, it's of course it's going to be flawed. But it had a unique mystery. There's some legitimate suspense within it. I think you do actually care about Adrienne King and Alice. Like, I think you actually care about that character, although she's pretty dumb sometimes. And I think you are satisfied when it's revealed that it's Mrs. Voorhees. Yeah. And then you were satisfied when you see Jason come out of the lake.
Yeah.
It's a satisfying movie.
I mean, a lot of people put Jason popping out as one of the biggest twist endings / shocking endings of all time.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
It's
and
iconic.
Of course, Savini being involved in that project, like Savini being the special effects and him making that Jason design and him being able to do the decapitation of Mrs. Voorhees, like, that just adds that much more to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Kevin Bacon with, like, there's some iconic things within Friday the 13th, but it definitely tends to be one of the weaker in the franchise.
Right.
At least in my opinion. Some people will argue that all day. That's fine. I don't really care if it's your favorite. That's fine. That's your opinion. I just think most of us tend to jump to that, like, 2, 3, 4, 6. Like, those tend to be more up people's alley.
Right.
But when you look at the remake, a lot of people hate it. Like, we got this in the comments for our Nightmare on Elm Street one that the Friday the 13th remake is worse. And it's just not. It's not good. It's horrible. And I'm really caught off guard when people say it's so bad. Because, like, sure, it's not a great movie by any means. But, like, do you like the other Friday the 13th movies? Because, like, if you do, how do you not like the remake?
Exactly.
Like, I think that's just kind of where I'm lost. Like, you could argue it's bad. There's a million different reasons why it could be bad, right? But, like, if you like Friday the 13th, and if you're a fan of, like, 2, 3, 4, like, if you're a fan of those ones, and you go and watch the remake, I don't get how you don't like it.
I mean, you could just not be a fan of any modern movies, which
maybe
I guess that's what it would be. Because with the modern twist on Friday the 13th, it's still very well done and great pacing.
Like, the things that are good about it, Derek Mears is fantastic. Okay, like, Derek as Jason,
yes,
he's great.
Yes.
I think the killers are creative. I think finding that campy feel, it was cool. I actually think Jason being smart is pretty cool. He should have never really been dumb in the first place. You know, it was like, I get it. We don't really establish the fact that Jason's slow. We just establish the fact that he's deformed and is bullied because of it. Like, it doesn't mean he's just like completely stupid.
Right.
So like I like the fact that he was just a bullied kid that was kicking ass.
Resourceful.
Yeah. I like that he runs. Like, I was never against Jason running.
Mm-mm.
People that bitch about the remake and the Jason ran, they make me mad because I'm like, okay, 2, okay, 3, okay, 4. Like, he ran in all of those.
And he's scary when he does.
Yeah, I think Derek actually has the most intimidating run of all the Jasons that we've seen. I mean, he is huge. He's a big guy, 6'5", 250 plus pounds, and he moves like a champ. The guy's fast and scary.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything scarier than that. When Jason full up sprints at you, it's pretty terrifying.
Right. A lot of people will complain about the tunnels and stuff. Obviously, he didn't dig those tunnels.
Yeah, aren't they they're like mining tunnels or something?
Right. Which, I mean, resourceful. That's the thing. Yeah, Jason wasn't stupid.
They're not mining tunnels. What are those fucking things? They're meant for something. Like, he didn't dig those out. I don't think that's what they're trying to imply.
Right. He used it to his advantage, and it was a modern take. Those tunnels and traps were a modern take on Friday the 13th, and it, for the most part, worked.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little weird if you think about it. Like, why are those underneath some summer camp? But it also just explains why he can get around so quickly,
right?
And why a killer that was known for walking, although he runs, can just get anywhere so quickly,
right?
And so discreetly. It's cool. I don't mind it. I think it's pretty neat.
I definitely enjoy the tunnel aspect of it.
Yeah,
like a lot of people say, I hate the remake because of the tunnels. Case closed. Doesn't make sense. Like,
I mean, okay, all right. At least that's something. At least that's something.
But that's, of all things, it's a tunnel.
Yeah, I think a lot of people complain about the sex. That it's literally like a porn. It's pushing like porno territory.
It's modern.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty intense. I agree. I agree. It's just because they're so long. Like, it's nothing we haven't seen before. they're just so long. Not so much the first one. I mean, you just see the old the breastises in the first one, and then there's the humping in the tent. All right, nothing too crazy. But the actual the sex scene in bed, that's pretty long. That's pretty intense. There's some wider shots. Needless to say,
runtime is 95 minutes.
Yeah, and I bet you 8 minutes of that is, well, if you include bowl scenes, it's probably 15 minutes.
Yeah, they did it for length and for, teenagers.
Yeah. 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 I don't really see it as a good or a bad thing. It's just kind of there. It doesn't, I'm not like, oh my God, I'm so sick of this sex scene, but I'm also a guy. Oh, no,
will the sex
stop.
Scene just end already?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not like that.
Oh man,
God. But I'm also not asking for more. If that adds, so it's just there. But it's also Friday the 13th. I mean, look at Deborah Voorhees' scene. She's just sitting there. I get it. She's not riding some dude's dick for fucking 10 minutes, but it's always been there. It's just more intense now. We've been desensitized to those types of things,
right?
But some people hate that, completely complain about it. That's just straight up like a porno.
They really overloaded on the sex and the drugs part of Friday the 13th. What's Friday the 13th? We're remaking it / rebooting it. What is Friday the 13th? Sex, drugs, killing. All right, a lot of sex, a lot of drugs, and a lot of killing.
There's not that many drugs. It's not that bad.
But they use the drugs as a.
What other Friday the 13th films do we actually see drug use? Cocaine in Part 8. Dude, there's got to be more.
Are they drinking beer in Jason X?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or am I just not remembering that correctly?
I
don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe they were just having sex.
There's got to be some other there's references to it for sure. I can't actually think what it's one thing going to find marijuana. It's another like having the bong and stuff like that's a little more
right.
I guess that I don't know. I think so. We're getting into the point where I wanted to make where the movie I think is flawed. And I think this is the worst part of the remake. Character development is awful. Not so much the development. It's just like the characters that they are developing, because all the characters are throwaway characters. Like 99% of them are throwaway characters. Like,
yes.
You basically have Daniel Panabaker and you have Jared Padalecki. And then they end up killing off Daniel Panabaker for some dumb reason and just have Whitney end up being like the true final girl of the movie.
Right.
Which I think is dumb. Like, I almost think like Jared should have got to the point where he saved her and then he ends up failing. Like, she ends up getting killed in that process. And like, I don't think Daniel Panabaker had the right to die. I don't think she deserved to die.
Yeah.
But I also don't think there should be 3 survivors. So it's like, or maybe Whitney and Danielle are like, maybe they get out. Like maybe it's the 2 women get out,
right.
and Jared sacrifices his life to save somebody.
Sister.
Yeah, I don't know. Or Whitney. I also think if you really wanted to like be more empowering in that way, I think you should have like Whitney should have sacrificed her life for Jared. You know, intense. Either way, I just feel like Daniel Panabaker should have been like the true final girl of the movie. I think a lot of people feel that way as well.
Yeah,
but everybody is so it's so cliche. They're intentionally doing it, right?
Yes.
Like they're written to hit the tropes.
Yes.
But like it's too much. They're too dumb and too stupid. Like you have here's a cliche black horror guy in a film. Like, oh, he's a rapper. Like they literally address the fact that like, oh, I'm a black guy and what I can't do nothing other than rap. And then like they have a whole awkward line there. She's like, I'm sorry, you're right. It's like, all right, so what genre are you singing? It's like rap. It's like, okay, cool guys. Like I get it, we're trying to be self-aware, but stop.
Yeah,
it's cringy. Then like you have like I can't even remember any of their names except for like Trent, because Trent was just the most memorable because he's a douchebag. So you keep up, but like the chick that he has sex with, don't remember her name. But like
Perfect
she has,
nipple placement?
purple nipple placement, stupendous. Like she has no other fucking role in the movie other than to be that girl that is trying to fucking hook up with Trent, right?
Yeah, the slut.
Yeah, like she's the slut, and like that's probably the like one of the most least developed characters I've ever seen in a slasher movie is her.
Yeah,
like what does she do? She plays beer pong, she dances to some music, and then fucks Trent.
Was she
done?
Was she the one on the jet ski?
No, jet ski.
Weren't they jet ski? Or
no,
not jet ski?
They were
skiing.
Yeah.
Wasn't she the one on the skis?
No, it's a different girl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but she's
right.
literally she plays beer pong.
Yeah,
she dances in front of the 2 guys, and then she has sex, and then she dies.
Yep.
Like that's it. Mm-hmm. That's it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. No, character development is definitely bad. Like they focused on those tropes, and they said, okay, that's good enough.
Yeah, like they hit the tropes, right? Like hit the tropes, but also call out the tropes. Be like, hey, there's more to people like this, right? Like your jock isn't just a dumb jock.
Yeah,
like he's also a real dude. Like he's also a cool guy. Like I don't know,
yeah.
And he has heart.
They literally they give him the trope. They make fun of that trope to make it seem like there's something deeper, and there isn't.
No, exactly. That's like where the remake is so flawed.
Right.
Yeah, like that's my biggest issue with this fact you just don't fucking care about any of the characters, and it's truly a movie where you are meant to root for the antagonist. You are meant to root for Jason, and that's it.
Right. Which I mean, a handful of Friday the 13th movies are that way.
Yeah, which is kind of where the franchise starts to get shitty.
Right.
But when you start to root for antagonists, despite how much we love Jason or not, the movie is bad because of it. Like. This is where, like, anytime people bring up the shit with, like, Halloween, and, like, Halloween's just the same as other slash movies. No, it's not. Because you care. Like, you care about the characters that we know. You feel real suspense because you care so much about those characters. Like, that's where Halloween separates from everything else. And the remake is a perfect example of how to do that wrong. So, yeah.
Right.
That's my thoughts about the remake. In terms of, like, which one's better, I don't know. Like they almost fit within different genres.
It's really hard taking a movie from 1980 and relating it to a movie from 2009, which were both trying to be the cornerstone of that film's era. Like, you have cheese in the 80s in 1980.
Yeah.
And then you have, I mean, a remake with modern takes thrown in there. It's really hard to compare and say which one is a better film.
Yeah, like I almost like if I'm rating them, I think both sit at like a 6 out of 10, but for different reasons.
Right.
Like I think they're both right around 6 out of 10. But like I also think like if you were to put them in front of me and I had to pick which one I wanted to watch, I'd probably would pick the remake most of the time.
4 out of 5 times I think I'd probably pick the remake.
Yeah. I don't know why. I think maybe just because it's faster paced.
Right.
Like the thing about mystery movies, especially ones that aren't well written, once you know who it is, you don't care anymore. Like it's a one-time watch kind of thing. Movies that are well written and have mysteries, like Scream, for example, you can rewatch that because there's just more to it than what we're leading up to.
Right.
But when the only thing that tends to be like truly good about Friday the 13th, there's more to it. There's definitely more pros to it than this. But I'm saying, like, the big point of Friday the 13th is this big relief that it's Mrs. Voorhees. Once you already know that's coming, there's just nothing. Everything else just kind of feels dead.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm just saying. That's our thoughts, I guess. Let us know yours. This is not a fucking hate train. I hate when people come in here for videos like this and start picking fights in the comments with each other or trying to attack us. Hey, this is a discussion. Yeah. It's meant to be fun.
If you do it, you're just going to get your comment deleted. You won't be allowed to comment anymore.
Yeah, so just let's have a good, fun discussion. All right? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Which one do you like more? And let us know why. Be specific.
Please give a why. We want to know why.
Yeah. We actually read things, you know.
We read every comment. Every single one.
Yeah. All right. That's going to wrap today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. And, of course, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you next time.